Let's take a Jarhead-and-Tyke stroll to see the origins and rise of the gaming giant. Founded in 1889 in Kyoto, Japan, the company started as a small business making playing cards, but evolved into one of the world's most beloved video game companies. Here's an overview of Nintendo's journey. 1. 1889, 1950. Origins as a playing card company. Founded by Fusahiro Yamauchi in 1889, Nintendo originally produced handmade Hanafuda playing cards. Hanafuda cards were traditional Japanese playing cards often used for gambling. Over the next several decades, Nintendo refined its card-making process and expanded into Western-style playing cards, establishing itself as one of Japan's leading card companies. By the mid-20th century, the company was known as Nintendo Playing Card Company Limited, and it was one of Japan's most successful manufacturers of playing cards. 2. 1950, 1970. Diversification and experimentation. In 1949, Hiroshi Yamauchi, the grandson of the company's founder, took over Nintendo. He proved to be a visionary, driving the company to explore new markets. During this time, Nintendo experimented with various business ventures, from instant rice to taxi services, and even a love hotel business. However, these ventures failed to gain traction, leading Yamauchi to focus more on entertainment. By the late 1960s, Nintendo had started to experiment with toys, such as the Ultra Hand, a mechanical grabbing toy that became a hit in Japan. 3. 1970, 1980. Entry into electronic games. As electronic games began emerging, Nintendo ventured into this space in the early 1970s. 1977, Nintendo released its first home console series, the Color TV game, which included several variations of Pong-style games. 1979, Nintendo developed its first handheld electronic game, Game & Watch, created by designer Gunpei Yokoi. The Game & Watch was a huge success, establishing Nintendo as a major player in the electronic gaming industry. 4. 1980s, the birth of video game icons. 1981, Nintendo released Donkey Kong, an arcade game created by Shigeru Miyamoto. It introduced the world to Jumpman, later renamed Mario, who would go on to become one of gaming's most iconic characters. 1983, Nintendo launched the Famicom, family computer, in Japan, which became a massive success. 2 years later, it released the same console in North America under the name Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, revitalizing the video game industry after the crash of 1983, with titles like Super Mario Bros. 1985, The Legend of Zelda 1986, and Metroid 1986. Nintendo revolutionized video games, pioneering genres and gameplay mechanics that remain foundational today. 5. 1990s, console wars and continued success. 1990, Nintendo launched the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, known for iconic games like Super Mario World, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, and Super Metroid. During this period, Sega emerged as a strong competitor with its Genesis Mega Drive console, sparking the so-called console wars of the 1990s. 1996, Nintendo released the Nintendo 64 alongside games like Super Mario 64 and The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, which set new standards for 3D gaming. 6. 2000s, portable gaming and innovation. 2001, Nintendo launched the GameCube, which, despite having a strong library of games, faced fierce competition from Sony's PlayStation 2 and Microsoft's Xbox. 2004, Nintendo introduced the Nintendo DS, a dual-screen portable console that became a huge hit due to its unique features and popular games like Pokémon Diamond and Pearl. 2006, Nintendo launched the Wii, a revolutionary console that featured motion controls and catered to a wide audience, becoming one of the best-selling consoles of all time. 7. 2010, reinventing console gaming 2011. The Nintendo 3DS added glasses-free, 3D visuals to handheld gaming, continuing the success of the DS line. 2012. Nintendo launched the Wii U, which incorporated a tablet-style controller, but faced a mixed response due to its confusing branding and lack of third-party support. 2017. Nintendo introduced the Nintendo Switch, a hybrid console that could function both as a home console and a portable device. The Switch was a massive success, with blockbuster games like The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Super Mario Odyssey, and it revitalized Nintendo's position in the gaming industry. 8. 2020 S and Beyond, continued success and adaptation. The Nintendo Switch's popularity continues, with over 100 million units sold. Nintendo continues to build on its legacy with new entries in classic franchises, collaborations, and an expansion into multimedia, such as the Super Nintendo World theme parks and the Super Mario Bros. Movie in 2023.